Details tonight on a Little Rock police officer who was charged earlier this year after police say he stole a woman's purse. He was identified on surveillance footage by his supervisors.
But records Fox 16 obtained show he continued putting on the police uniform, even responding to calls for a month after being caught.
Our Hunter Hoagland has been looking through these documents and joins us with more on this. Hunter.
All right, guys, we start a new week here on this Monday morning. I have a story for you I'm going to give to you, but before I get to that, I'm going to put two links in the description box below. And one is from USA Today. It's an update on the big fat cop with the walrus-looking cop with the mustache that pepper sprayed the military officer. He has been fired, and I put a link to the USA Today update story in the description box below. There's one from BBC as well. I didn't put the link to that one, but it contains a tweet from Northam who said he's disgusted by this and he wants to have a sit down with that military lieutenant and have dialogue. But Gutierrez, the big fat cop, was fired, and I guess that means he gets to go to another state somewhere, move, and be a cop somewhere else. And he'll get to do it all over again, and he'll be in the news again, and he'll get fired again, and that's how they do. They're like nomads, these cops. The young cop, Daniel, does not get a pass. He has a mangina. He didn't do anything. He just, I'm a rookie, and this cop might pepper spray me. So he didn't do anything. He didn't step in. He was going along with it, so he should be fired too, just for being a wuss. I don't know what you guys think, but that cop was fired. So all of you who said, well, the cops didn't do anything wrong. Look, Northam and the city of Windsor disagree. And he was fired. So goodbye to that fat boy. He could go be a cop somewhere else. And I'm not body shaming people that are obese. I'm body shaming him because he's a fat pig. That's right. That cop. Let's move on. Let's go down to Little Rock, Arkansas. Look at, you know what? Law enforcement just can't get it right. And they don't learn. We're going to talk about, this is one that someone sent to me and asked me to do it. And I said, yes, I am definitely going to do this one out of Little Rock, Arkansas. And this cop, I don't know what is it, but the police department tries to hide it a little bit. Well, let's look at it. Thank you to Fox16.com for reporting this. Newly found records show a Little Rock police officer continued responding to calls for a month after being identified by his supervisors while allegedly committing a crime.
Our investigation shows he continued responding to calls for not just a day or two, but 48 different calls over a month, to be precise. Is that normal? We asked LRPD, the department only saying, since being criminally charged by our agency, Marcus Jeter has resigned from employment with LRPD. The internal investigation is still ongoing and will be completed through his previous chain of command. Not much of an answer for someone who was trusted to enforce the law, now charged with breaking it.
Marcus Jeter was charged earlier this year after authorities say he stole a woman's purse at Bar Louie off Cantrell Road in November. According to the Little Rock Police Department, Jeter was relieved of duty on December 14th, more than a month after authorities picked him out on the bar's security camera footage.
Quite the scene back in November at Bar Louie.
So I have it on video.
After the manager says she observed one of her so-called regulars take off with a woman's purse from the bar. A few nights later, he's back again for drinks.
We'll just go in and talk with him.
Up the stairs.
Walk in, right to the right, and yeah.
And there, the manager says he is smiling, then waving to the man wearing the body cam. That's because it's his coworker at LRPD. Meet Little Rock police officer Marcus Jeter. The officers identified him on the surveillance video red-handed.
He just took and put in his left.
They have the wood. A
Officer Jeter acted surprised. Meanwhile, in the back room, the manager, not on the clock, found out who the suspect works for.
In the body camera video obtained by Fox 16 News, Sergeant Allison Walton, a department supervisor, can be heard instructing bar staff not to tell anyone that the man who stole the purse is a police officer.
He's a police officer? Are you kidding me?
And that is to go nowhere.
Are you kidding me?
And that is to go nowhere.
I'm not going to tell anybody.
Just like you said, you had a couple of drinks. That ain't to go
I'm not
nowhere.
going to tell anybody.
Okay, let's stay right here. Okay.
After Little Rock police supervisors identified Jeter for theft on November 14th, our investigation shows he continued responding to calls for not just a day or two, but 48 different calls over a month, to be precise.
Officials with the Little Rock Police Department declined an interview, but instead provided the following statement. Since being criminally charged by our agency, Marcus Jeter has resigned from employment with Little Rock Police Department. The internal investigation is still ongoing and will be completed through his previous chain of command. Due to the matters concerning Jeter being an open internal investigation, we cannot discuss or make comments on events that led to Jeter being relieved of duty. Our goal in all criminal investigations is protect the integrity of the case and its investigation. This criminal investigation was conducted by a Little Rock Police Department detective supervisor, which was later submitted to the Pulaski County Prosecuting Attorney's Office, and charges were filed to the circuit courts. Jeter is scheduled for trial in November. He faces felony theft of property charge. Now, what gets me about this one, man, and I mean, wow, is first of all, they go into the bar and pick him out. Yep, that's him. And then the bar is told, shh, don't tell anybody he's a cop. Okay, let's keep this quiet. Everybody and their brother should have known this. That guy's a cop. The guy that stole the purse in our bar, he's a cop. They should have had a meeting with all their staff and said, that guy is a cop. But aside from that, after he's picked out, yep, that's him. Oh, that is him. That's Jeter. Huh. Stealing a purse. And then he responds to calls for a month. I wonder what else he stole while he was out there going to calls, going in people's houses. This will look good in my house. You know, going to car accidents maybe where somebody was passed out or injured and he took their wallet. I don't know, I'm just guessing, but obviously the guy was picked out on a security cam stealing a purse. He should have been pulled from duty that night. But you know, law enforcement, well, we gotta protect ourselves. What? If that was me and I'm not a cop, you wouldn't let me keep going to work. You'd put me in jail and pending bail or whatever. I would have been arrested, taken to jail, you know, and had an arraignment. A cop does it and gets found, picked out on a security camera by his own coworkers. Well, he gets to keep working and, well, we'll do an internal investigation, see if that really was him. What are you talking about if that really was him? He was on camera doing it. So I don't know, you know, it just blows my mind how corrupt law enforcement really is. Like, these cops will do anything to protect each other, to keep each other from trouble. That guy should have been arrested and put in jail and pulled off the street that day. That police chief should be fired. Speaking of firing cops, that police chief should be fired. I don't care about the union. How's the union going to protect a guy who got caught on security cam stealing a woman's purse? Union can't protect that. That union don't have that much power. It's called protecting the Blue Line Gang. You guys can get upset all you want, you cop supporters. This one was handled so inappropriately, it's embarrassing to the city of Little Rock. If I was a Little Rock cop, I'd quit. I'd be like, you know what, I'm out of here. I'm going to work somewhere else. This is an embarrassing department. Well, that's down here in Little Rock, boy. You know, we just little old police officers. We don't know a whole lot. Ding. I don't know. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comment section below. Community Leo Watch, watching Leos. That's law enforcement officers. To include those from Little Rock who steal purses and then continue working as cops, and from coast to coast.
Yeah, I need him as a suspect.
They both said that. Yeah. That's crazy, man.
Marcus Jeter is scheduled for trial in November. He faces a felony theft of property charge. If you'd like to read the full statement from Little Rock Police, it's on our website, fox16.com.